Tiruchi Shiva. Sri Tiruchi Shiva.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, one more time.
No, don't say like that. All are equal. Okay, please.
You are confining it to Tamils only. No one else is contributing their participation. So you don't accuse us.
Because everybody is taking it.
So one more time, sir. We are here with bleeding hearts
And then
and tears totally dried.
we will take up short duration.
Sir, we are losing faith in this government of India
And then there are some
as regard to this issue.
additional names, one or two minutes I will have.
We are very sorry to say this,
150 you are.
because it is imperative on the part of government of India to have moved a resolution, the United States Human Rights Council. Whereas now we are pleading with government of India to support at least the resolution moved by another country. It's a sorry state of affair.
Then what should I do?
Sir, our leader, Dr. Kalaignar, and his esteemed leadership, has convened the TESO conference, Tamil Elam Supporters Conference. Recently in Chennai, sir, so many dignitaries from various countries across the world participated in that. We drafted some resolutions which said that only an international pressure on Sri Lanka would end this problem there existing for long. And when our members of parliament on our leaders' instigation visit to various embassies, persuading them to support the resolution, they are all very happy and they were all very much involved in this matter, and they extended their support at the same time. I should say even outside many people are questioning us. Of course the other countries are supporting, the other country is moving a resolution, what is your country doing? And I said at the outset itself that we are disappointed with this government as regard to this issue for two reasons. One is the President's address, and another is the statement which has been laid down before this House by our External Affairs Minister. Sir, the President in his address has said, we are making progress in our engagement with Sri Lanka, including in our efforts to resettle and rehabilitate the internally displaced persons there and to ensure a life of peace, dignity and equality for the Tamil people. Sir, this does not serve the purpose. For one thing, you are in constant touch and engaged with which country? A totally inhuman country. A country which is destroying its own people in its country, which has been going on for long, since 1948. Many a time we have raised the same issue in this House. Our party, under our leadership, Dr. Kalaignar, has launched so many agitations, so many demonstrations, so many conferences, so many resolutions. Nothing has brought any result. And so to say, at his age of 90, he participates in a demonstration against the visit of the Sri Lankan President Rajapaksa to India. Whereas the government of India, sir, I should say, when the whole world, many countries across the world are on their heels about the resolution that is to come up in the 22nd session of the UNHRC, India is very cool. Not even a word of condemnation. What is going on in Sri Lanka? Evidences are mounting. The patience which everyone is having is becoming thinner and thinner. Sir, kindly re-look into what all you have said. You have, in your statement, you have said two things. One about the 13th Amendment, which my colleague, Ms. Comrade Raja mentioned here, that in his President's Day address in the 2013, recently, if at all, I'm sorry to say again, if the minister is not updated or is not able to access to what is going on in Sri Lanka at this moment, we are prepared to give you, sir. If your government machinery is not helping you, or if Sri Lankan government is not helping you, we are prepared to give it. 2013 Independence Day address of the President of Sri Lanka says that he is not for devolution of powers under the 13th Amendment. Then what is the big idea of your statement after his speech in February, rather in January? You are again reiterating the same, that the 13th Amendment will be implemented and we will persuade the government of Sri Lanka. And so also the LLRC, which was instituted after the international pressure in the 19th session of the UNHRC. What is the fate of LLRC? It is not a statement by DMK. It is not a statement by any organization which are interested in Tamils. Sir, the LLRC, deeply flawed, does not meet international standards for an effective accountability mechanism and therefore does not and cannot satisfy the joint commitment of the President of Sri Lanka and the Secretary General to an accountability process. This is the UN panel of experts report. And again, sir, the LLRC was highly criticized by the UN panel of experts, international human rights organizations, due to inherent bias, limited mandate, lack of independence, and failure to meet international standards. In the case of LLRC, at least 3 of its members have serious conflicts of interest. The work and methodology of the LLRC demonstrate that it has not conducted genuine truth-seeking on what happened in the final stages of the armed conflict, nor does it seek to investigate systematically, objectively, and impartially. UN panel of experts report. And lack of mandate. While we would welcome the opportunity, it is not only failed to meet the basic international standards, for independent and impartial inquiries, it is proceeding against the backdrop of government failure to address impunity and continuing human rights abuses. And again you say the LLRC's recommendations will be implemented by that government. Sir, another information which the minister can share with us, there was a court of inquiry appointed by the commander of the army, commenced on January 2, 2012. The Army Court of Inquiry was allegedly appointed to investigate civilian casualties during the final phase of war, especially as regards to alleged evidence of actions such as those depicted by Channel 4 Sri Lanka's killing fields video footage. But this court of inquiry too was fundamentally flawed. As predicted, on February 15, 2013, the court of inquiry released its report, completely absolving the army of any blame in the killing of civilians. And you again say that we are depending upon the Sri Lankan government. And I give it as a wake-up call to the journalists in this country, sir. In India, how much freedom the press is enjoying, we know, across the world in many countries. But in Sri Lanka, the Red Cross, which can even visit a battlefield, cannot enter into Sri Lanka. No foreign journalists allowed inside. No representative from the UN is allowed inside. Moreover, sir, to the shock of one and all, in the recent years, 44 journalists have been killed in Sri Lanka. One person has been convicted for life sentence for he has criticized the government in favor of Tamils. The Supreme Court judge has been removed for the sake that they were for Tamils. And moreover, sir, 54 journalists have been exiled from Sri Lanka. You say democracy is prevailing in Sri Lanka. You say that you will coordinate, you will engage in bilateral discussions with them. You call them a friendly country. Sir, I don't want to start from the alphabet that ethnically, historically, geographically, and in every way, Tamils are the natural native inhabitants of Sri Lanka. Since independence, the majority singly started its campaign against wiping out the Tamils. When the natives were striving to fight for their rights, they were called as terrorists. They were branded as terrorists. They were killed. And I would like to say again, you may say, when we project all these things, when we say that you are extending money, you are giving 500 crores for the rehabilitation. But are you sure? Have you verified? Have you monitored whether that money has been spent for the welfare of the Tamils? Have the houses built which have been for the Tamils meant are occupied by Sinhalese? For every Tamilian, one army man is standing there. The sexual exploitation which was depicted by all my colleagues, I couldn't explain that in words because I would lose my control. The Tamil women known for dignity and self-respect is being raped by the army systematically. And because all are widows, they don't have men there. There is no one to voice for them. Sir, I have heard the loud voice of India in the UNO from here within. Whenever, wherever there is a human right violation in any part of the world, I have heard the voice of India. But you can reach Sri Lanka from Rameswaram. It is just 22 kilometers away, but your voice is not echoing in Sri Lanka. You are not able to stop You are not able to control that government with the exploitation of army, totally devastating the Tamils. Sexual exploitation of our women, the killing of our children. If you say that it is a foreign state affair, it's a sovereign country, we cannot directly enter into it, I would be compelled to ask a clarification from the minister. What prompted you to send your army to Sri Lanka to keep the peace there?
Now please conclude.
No sir, please, kindly permit us. Kindly permit us. Don't restrict us saying the consider. We are totally out of emotions. At least we stand under control and pleading with this government. I would like to ask, how did you send your army to keep peace force there? How did you extend logic and military assistance to that government if it is a foreign country? Which authority authorized you to go and extend logic and military assistance to that government when they were massacring our people? But we were pleading with you. Let me remind you once again, when Mr. Siddhartha Shankar, the Congress Chief Minister, was in West Bengal, when there was problems for the Bengalis in the East Pakistan, what Mr. Siddhartha Shankar said? He asked the government of India, either your army should go and rescue my Bengali people there or my police would go there. We didn't go to that extent. Even when we were ruling, even now we are under control. We organize people. We conduct rallies. We convene conferences. We pass resolutions. Our leaders writing repeated letters. At his age of 90, he is crying.
No,
those people who have said that even innocent people will be killed in a war are pleading. We don't go to that extent. But our leader, our party, we are still coming here.
No, please.
Sir, one moment, sir. Please, kindly, sir. And evidences are mounting.
Please, sir.
And sir, one moment, sir. Very, very important.
I know the
and this
emotion,
sensational,
I know.
which has come out everywhere. The killing of this small kid, 12 years old, Balachandra.
No. See,
12-year-old Balachandra. Who is he?
You know it is
a very small kid, sir. Sir, I was proud in sharing
it is against the rules.
that the sacrifice of Bhagat Singh when he laid his life at the age of 24. But this kid has been killed at the age of 12. Just because he is the son of Prabhakaran, not only he is the only kid.
No,
many children have been killed. Children are without limbs. Women are without what they should not lose.
Now please come.
Sir, kindly, sir, please bear with us. Kindly, please bear with us. When our people are losing their lives, when our women are losing what they should not, when our children are losing everything, see, we are proud to say that this kid belongs to our race, the Tamil race. Whoever his father, forget it. He belongs to our race. Why? All the bullets are on his chest. 5 bullets on that small kid, sir, at a point blank range. Just see, 10 minutes before, the innocent face of that kid eating biscuits. And 10 minutes after, he is on floor with 5 bullets on his chest. You know why I am proud of it? In Tamil culture, the Tamil literature says that in the battlefield, when the enemy is attacking, if the victim is fleeing out of the battle, he will be shot at the back. He will be shot at the back.
Yeah.
But this kid has withstood those 5 bullets.
You made your point very well. Now you take your
he is the real symbolification of our Tamil race. He has laid down his life to save the Tamils.
Please.
Sir, please. Now that we are pleading with this government, what you have to do? At least, I know very well, we wish that your government should have moved a resolution. You should have persuaded all the countries, but you have not done so. But at least now, support the US resolution that is to come up in the 22nd session of the UNHRC. And not only with that, sir, an impartial international inquiry has to be created to go into the allegations of war crimes and the human rights violations in Sri Lanka. And only 3 things. Only 3 things. The first thing is, you have to support the resolution in the UNHRC. And second, sir, we say on behalf of the people of Tamil Nadu here on the floor of this house, never should you attempt in inviting the Sri Lankan president to this country, and you should not extend a red carpet welcome to him until otherwise this problem is solved. No, sir.
No, please.
You should not extend and you should never invite him on behalf of the government. This is the voice of the heart. And third question, the choice is yours. Decision is yours. There are 2 options before you. One, whether you want to be friendly with an inhuman, unfriendly country which is butchering its own people, or you want to maintain friendship with your brethren in the southern part of this country. Decide yourself. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Now see.